You like this? Here we go. What's up, everybody? Robert, A1EDU. I appreciate you being here. Safe shopper, safe looker, whatever it is you're doing. Thanks for being here. We want to talk specifically today about the Browning MP Blackout series, and this one is called the MP33. I'm gonna go in depth, give you a little bit more to know about it, see if maybe this is the right safe for you or not. Questions are welcome below, and here we go. Don't have to be super tight. Ha-ha! How about we just dive right in? To begin though, I should probably say thanks again for being here, but I need to prove it this time. Yes? If you head over to our website, and that of course would be www.a-1locksmith.com, while you're buying things, maybe this safe, some safe accessories, maybe a keypad because you've seen another video that I've done before, don't forget to use your code. I don't know why people keep forgetting it. Use code A1EDU at checkout and save yourself some coin. That's literally nothing more than the YouTube channel saying, thanks for being here, right? So, around here when I do safe reviews, I typically start with a little game called What You See in Front of You.
Found anything yet? We ain't found.
Ooh. I will start that off by telling you about the dimensions of it so you can go measure your space, see if this works out for you, yes? So when you're looking at the height of this thing, you know, how tall is it? Well, it's 58 inches tall. It is 29 inches wide. Now, the depth of this thing is actually 24. Now with 24 inches, I want you to note something really important. This particular safe has external hinges, and clearly it has a keypad and a handle. And with that, you need to add when you're measuring your spaces. So it would be 24 plus safely, go ahead and add about 3 extra inches when you're thinking about turning radiuses and doorways and things like that to make sure it's gonna fit in that space. This is their matte black finish. So with that, they'll do the kind of the black logo at the top, the buck mark in the shield with the Browning name, of course, followed straight down to the UL listed secure RAM keypad that they're using here, and then is the blacked out drop handle. It just makes for a handsome combination.
I know, right?
So as you can see, this super amazing distressed American flag look that they do also in the blacked out. So that's kind of a theme we've got going here, right? So the body is constructed of 12 gauge steel is what all of this amounts to, and 12 gauge is not super grand, or nobody's overselling you anything here, right? I'm teaching you the differences. 12 gauge is better than what you find for most big box safes, for sure. It's definitely above an entry level safe. So the door is going to be constructed of the exact same 12 gauge steel in which the body is. And so the only difference there is that they actually add a 10 gauge inner steel across the middle, which adds a little rigidity to the door. In a pry attempt, the door doesn't want to bow and buckle. It's got more to it in the beating attempt and the drilling attempt as well. It's got more beef behind it than just the 12 gauge in which it's constructed of. So the door has 1 inch diameter bolts, and they extend from 3 sides of the door. Actually, the top and the side that you're looking at with the chrome on them, those are actually active bolts that actually move in and out. As opposed to the back side, these bolts don't actually go in and out. They're just always in the closed position, or the out position, excuse me. So when I close the door, the bolt's always sticking out. The pry stop bolt inserted there and at the bottom of the door, those are longer and elongated. And the reason for that is so that when they extend, when I put a pry bar in here and I attempt to bend on that door right there, that top and bottom bolt being extended and longer like that, as I create that force, the bolts will kick against the face of the door, and like so. So the bolt's doing this as you're trying to pry, and it's actually prying against the face of the door, which means it's prying against you as you're trying to pry. So their pry stop technology, other manufacturers do something similar, but that's a really good thing to look out for. Very useful in the protection realm that you're shopping for, right? So with fire, it helps by me being really dramatic at this point. I just think it's fun. So I need to turn on some fire. Is the safe on fire? I like that. The safe is rated for 80 minutes at 1550 degrees. What does that mean specifically? What they're telling us on the graph is that there's a fire and it's getting hotter and it is now burned consistently for 80 minutes at 1500 degrees. Not the start, not the halfway through, but it took, it's actually at 1550 degrees. It could stay there for 80 minutes and the internal temperature inside the safe would not breach 275 degrees. That's a really good fire rating. We're trying to stay well below 400 degrees is the goal in any fire rated safe. Again, ask questions if I fly through some of these things and you're like, hey, but he didn't say anything about that, or did I forget something? It's possible. Ask me in the comment section, I'll be glad to answer the questions for you. We're just kind of wetting your whistle. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the DPX storage system. Right at the top of the door, we have 3 pistol pouches, and I just threw some stuff on there so you can get a really good idea. So you move right down to there and you get into their barrel rack system. And obviously, that's so that I can put, excuse me, long guns on the door. Time out. Please edit this part. After I said time out, make them reappear, okay? Be a friend. Don't show this. Okay, you ready? Long guns on the door, excuse me. So specifically with that, the Blackout series does come with a couple of the barrel loops. I want you to see something on there, and of course that is your AR platform, just so you can see what that looks like on the door. The scope saver behind it is housing the magnifier and the EO tech on that thing, nice and politely. And so the barrel loop though, notice the barrel in this particular case is not reaching up here. I mean, my muzzle brake doesn't reach, right? So no big deal. The barrel loop is used for a couple of shorties that need to be on the door too, because maybe they're just your quick go-tos. You can see it fits no problem on the feet at the bottom of the door, so that works out fantastic. And that's kind of really what Browning Pro Steel is known for, is that door. And of course the modular interior. People always seem to really enjoy it, me being one of them. So rolling right on side, the shelving in this one is called the CMS shelving, which essentially at the end of the day is like a wood wrapped in a carpet. So when you upgrade to some of their other lines, that's when it becomes a solid steel shelf with the polymer coating on it. But it's actually the same racks on the back wall. So if you do like some of those shelves that we sell and offer, or they got in their catalog or whatever, you can actually put those in here just to answer that question. And then you'll notice the pistols hanging. Those are hanging from the pistol rack. And the pistol rack does come with it. That allows you to hang 5 right there in a row. The pistol rack is cool because you can just bolt that on to every shelf. So as many pistols as you want to add, you've got plenty of space to do it. And of course, if I didn't have any guns, well, I just move one of those shelves over and then it's just room for that. For those who aren't really into guns, they just need a nice box. Something fire rated and something large. This could be super ideal for you. They do an elevated floor, which I think is fantastic. So when I'm pulling things in and out, it's not below the opening and might accidentally bang a really nice wood stock or something. So I know it's a small thing, but I like to point it out because again, if you're a gun guy and if you already have a gun safe or you've been there, done that, you know what I'm talking about. An elevated floor is small, but it's a really nice add-on. She weighs 560 pounds. And as you see it, minus my toys, the door, the rack, the drawer, the shelves, excuse me, the pistol rack, all of that, the lock, the finish, the flag, coming in at $18.99. I think that's super fair. And of course it is an overseas model, so they're always gonna be a little bit less. But if you don't agree, please let me know down in the comment section what you think about it. And ask questions about it. And like and subscribe and follow along and do all them things you're supposed to do as a good little YouTuber that we're all supposed to be, right? Guys, I appreciate it again, you taking the time. Use that code at checkout. Again, save yourself some coin. And I'll probably catch you on the next video. I am Robert, this is A1EDU, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.